A great Canadian must create something truly Canadian that is not inspired by any other country. He must spark debate or controversy with his works, and he must influence other Canadians into doing similar things. I think that Irving Layton should be a great Canadian. He immigrated to the Montreal ghetto in 1913 with his family from Romania. French Canadians grew uncomfortable with the growing number of Jewish immigrants to Canada, and Irving became a target of street gangs. This, however, led to him getting a reputation of arrogance and fearlessness and earned him the nickname Nappy, short for Napoleon. His parents had a considerable influence on him. His mother would curse at him while also loving him unconditionally, teaching him the duality of life. His father's love of the words in the Talmud gave him a respect for words. He was a businessman for a short time when he was 13, but he decided to pursue a higher education and got a bachelor's degree in agriculture. It was around this time that he wrote in the McDonald University newspaper about his radical views on both politics and society. He earned an infamous reputation and was blocked from entering the USA for 15 years. He never thought of writing as a serious career and worked odd jobs after graduating. He then taught English to Jewish immigrants, and after being angered by Hitler, he decided to fight in World War II. When he returned, he became an editor for the First Statement Press and got his book, Here and Now, published in 1945. First Statement merged with Preview to form Northern Review, a company filled with poets that wanted to change poetry, and Irving Layton became the head of their movement. The reasons why I think he should be a great Canadian are because, as I mentioned earlier, he should be able to create something that is truly Canadian, and he did. His style of poetry was simple, straight to the point, and edgy. He didn't beat around the bush or use metaphors to get his point across. That was a trait of the conservative poetry of British poets. His work was able to spark a lot of debate and controversy. Because it was so simple, he gained a huge following. But because he was so clear and honest with his material that when he covered explicit points, many people believed that he knew no limits, and both sides would argue a lot. He inspired three poets heavily. They were Leonard Cohen, Elie Mandel, and Al Purdy. All three of them went on to become famous, and he enjoyed their poetry very much. I think he should be considered a great Canadian because he was able to fulfill all of the criteria that I previously mentioned.